Hi, guys. Today I have here Mariam with me. We are going to talk about what is the role of fashion and luxury in the metaverse. This is something that you may not think that affects you, but I think if you think about what fashion and luxury meant for the last 100 years, 200 years, 1,000 years, is always about setting trends or defining quality in many ways. So Mariam, thank you for being with me here today. And let's go straight to the point. What's your view about the whole fashion and luxury market in the metaverse?
Thank you for inviting me. I'm so happy to share my thoughts on this theme. I guess it's something so important nowadays to research the metaverse. And for me, as for marketing expert with more than 10 years of experience in luxury fashion, it's a pleasure to talk with you. I guess, like, according to many researchers, the fashion industry produces like more than 20 of global wastewater and
20%.
20%, and 10% of global emissions. And it's not surprised that environmentally conscious people are worrying about what the future will bring if the fashion industry doesn't make a difference. And digital couture meets those needs, allowing people to support this global trends while keeping stylish and supporting the brand. And with fashion lovers in general now being unable to try on the shoes they love in store, like because of post-pandemic and all that, many brands are bringing forward innovative ideas to allow the consumer to try on their goods in the comfort of their own home. And this is something very impactful for the industry. And it's interesting that for luxury fashion brands, metaverse is very beneficial in terms of producing their goods because they are trying to follow this sustainable trend and produce like digital products, which allows them to be in this agenda to let people know that they promote this conscious consumption ideas, which are very, very important, especially for the youngsters.
Right. And do you think the pandemic, we're still in the pandemic, how does that change the way brands are perceiving, the way they're using the digital, combining all this global problems beyond the pandemic as well?
People have this social need, the need to be socialized, right? And pandemic just let us know how important it is to dress up. I missed dressing up when the pandemic started, and I missed all these parties and dressing up, wearing these dresses, like being fancy. And the metaverse led people to get this contact, this social contact that they missed a lot. And now, like, we have many opportunities to do that in this other like world created by people, created also by people, but for like another perspectives.
I totally see it. Especially when we're talking about metaverse from the angle of virtual reality, it's interesting how people care about their avatars. But I'm not minimizing this, because I think we're just in the beginning of it. I think in the future, we're going to be like what Nike is doing in terms of mixing up what the real fashion is with the digital, and we're going to be in this hybrid. But as you said, very, very well put, I think we dress up, right? We dress up.
We like to dress up. Yeah.
But for others, for ourselves, for a social context, because we say something with the clothing, right? It's part of our personality. But until the pandemic, maybe it was just framing to, this is an external thing. But now you dress up for a call, or you dress up for which to me is expanded. It's something that is, I find it's fantastic that we can actually hack our minds in a way that, look, actually, I am this avatar, like right now, you and I were talking through our videos. We are in different parts of the world. It doesn't matter because we're here.
Yeah.
And this is an avatar, and then we are conscious about it too. How do you think this will evolve?
In terms of like regarding to avatars, as I see, avatars will be as common as profile pictures today.
Absolutely.
You remember that moment when profile pictures started to like be so popular. There was MySpace and then Facebook, and but instead of a static image, they're going to be living 3D representations of you, which is amazing.
Holograms.
And your expressions and your gestures that are going to make interactions much like richer. And
how fashion enters this equation?
What do you mean?
From any perspective, what will be the fashion of the 21st century?
Yeah, you'll just probably have a photorealistic avatar for work, like you will be styling another way for work, for hanging out, for maybe going to fancy parties and all that. And you're going to have a wardrobe of virtual clothes for different occasions, designed by different creators, even unknown creators, which makes easier the way to enter the market, right? Because there are a bunch of luxury brands such as Chanel, Dior, Louis Vuitton, but no-name brands, they have no chance to enter the market.
Or even if you are an individual designer and you are great, but you never worked for a Chanel, or you don't feel that you can work for them, but because you're in the middle of Brazil, or you are in the middle of Zimbabwe, but you are personally great, you can put your creative work out there.
You can enter the market
at the same level as Chanel, as long as you offer a solution for a problem, right? And this is amazing. I think this is fantastic. True inclusion.
Fantastic. Yeah, this is an opportunity. Inclusion. Yeah, this is an opportunity for young brands to show their products and to earn money.
And personal designers, right? Yeah. It's like even if you don't have a brand, like I like to draw.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, that's cool. Actually, gamers already have a long history of using clothes and accessories to establish their like identities in games, right? And there's every indication that metaverse users will be doing the same.
They are, and they're already doing, Maria. My experience with some of my clients is like the same way that you think about dressing up to go to an office or to a meeting in the physical world, they think about it too in the virtual, maybe with some sprinkles of creativity that you wouldn't do, but it's not that crazy that people think it will be. No, I'm going to dress up like a dragon. You could be a dragon for sure, but probably you're going to get tired of that. It's not people will have an opinion about it. Just to sum up, and then we'll wrap up here.
And as I already see, executives of luxury brands are taking the trend seriously. And moving quickly to capitalize their opportunities to sell virtual versions of their products to people in metaverse, and they have that chance to show their archives also, because when you're producing like goods in the real world, you have no chance to do reproduction, and here you can show everything. You can show your history. You can get closer to your consumer.
You're not limited by scale, of production.
Yeah, sure. And you're not using this. Let's call it slavery, because like if you buy that mass market T-shirt for $2, you know how it's produced. Yeah.
Yes.
And in metaverse, it's just awesome how brands can like show their abilities.
You are knowledgeable about the industry. Do you believe that consumers will be more conscious, Mariam? Do you think that instead of buying cheap shirts, people just think about, I'm gonna buy this one great shirt that's not gonna live forever, but like your grandmother, your great grandmother, when she was buying something, she was thinking about quality first, and then it was expected that a product would last not at their peak, but no, a very nice piece of cloth or a very nice table. But now we came to this point that I don't care, I just dress up this for a cup 5 times, then it's over. Do you think that will evolve, or we're going to have a divide in the world? What's your take on
that? Let me take my charge. Sorry. Just a second. Yeah, that's an interesting question. Thank you for asking me that. I don't think that it will like replace totally the mass market in the real world. I mean, the metaverse products will not replace like the mass market in the perspective of some couple of years. But I already see that tendency of people buying like clothes in the metaverse. And this means a lot for them because they socialize via avatars. Mm-hmm. And this is something that we all are like, we all gonna be in this moment. But the question is when, and I don't know. I just can estimate that in a couple of years we'll all be moving towards that.
I agree. Okay. Yeah. Mariam, thank you very much. I think this was a quick but great conversation on a topic that I think people sometimes ignore, but I think it's very important because it's part of the way we represent ourselves.
Sure, for sure. Thank you for inviting me.
Thank you.